Is the spring real estate market finally here in the Kelowna area? Well, it's certainly starting to feel that way, especially because of the number of sales that we had in April. Before we jump into the numbers, if you are new to my channel, I am a real estate agent here in Kelowna, servicing Kelowna and the general Okanagan area. If you do have questions about the area or you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I'd love to help you out. I have left a link down below in the description where you can book an appointment with me there. And if you get any value out of this video, please drop a like and hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all my other videos. All right, so here are the stats that we had for March versus April. So again, like I mentioned, we had a dramatic increase in sales in April, 44% increase in single family homes. And this video is going to go over mainly the single family home category. But in townhomes, we had an 18% increase in sales there as well, and 36% increase in condos. But if we compare the first 4 months of 2024 versus the first 4 months of 2023, sales are actually down 10% over that time. And if we look at the trend of what's happened over the last year, single family home sales, that is, so we had 186 sales in April of 2023, whereas this year we're essentially mirrored. We're right at 189 sales. So we're right on track of what happened with what happened last year. And if history is telling us anything, we'll see an uptick in May as well. The spring market here in the Okanagan is the busiest. So typically it's March, April, May, maybe the end of February some years. But April and May are typically our busiest months. And last year May was our busiest month with the 249 single family home sales. And then it just trailed all the way down into the summer months. And then once summer hit August and September, that's when we had the wildfires. So we had a drastic drop in sales just because people literally couldn't buy a home, then you couldn't get insurance. So that's why we had a big dip there. And then going into May of this year, I hope we see a lot more sales because we do have a lot more listings on the market this year than we did last year. And carrying on with the single family home category. So talking about price, this is the fun part here. So single family home price, the benchmark price, ended out at just over $1 million at the end of April. And if you are thinking about price, what has my home done over the last, well, I got months and years here. So if you're looking over the last month, we've had a 2.3% increase, 1.9% in 3 months, minus 1.6 in 6 months. 12 months so at this time last year, we're lower, so 3.6% lower. And 3 years, so if you've owned your home for 3 years on average, or the benchmark price, is up 8.5%. But if you have owned your home for 5 years, you're up 45.9%. So that is not typical. If you are new to the market, you're just watching this video, you're like, wow, in 5 years I can get 45%. That's not typical. The big jump was because of what happened here during the whole COVID boom. So from 2021 to 2022, houses in the central Okanagan peaked out at just under $1.2 million. And then we had the big drop off once rates started to go up there. All right, carrying on with the single family home prices. So prices are now back to November of 2021. So you can see the red line here. So hopefully for your sake, you do not have to sell this year because hopefully if you bought during this little bubble here or this little bubble, that you can hold on to your home. Otherwise, you will be underwater in terms of price. And just for fun, a metric I always put up on my market update videos is where we are compared to the very peak of the market that we had in March of 2023. So we're actually down, obviously, down 14% since the peak. And just to round out this video for single family homes, where are we sitting in 2024 so far? So the number of listings, as I mentioned, they have skyrocketed over this time last year, 23%. So we're at 17. We've had 1,745 listings. Number of sales, we've had 505. As I mentioned earlier, we're down about 10%. And this next line here is for you sellers out there. So the sales ratio, this is a very good metric here. So it's at 29%, meaning that say we list 100 homes, only 29% or 29 of those homes are actually finding buyers. So right now it's more imperative to have your home listed competitively compared to your neighbors, meaning you have the best list price out there. You have it clean, you have your house cleaned, you have it showing very, very well compared to your neighbors. You have great photography, great marketing to get that house sold. And on the flip side of that, if you are a buyer right now, the list to sale price ratio is around 97%, or if you are a seller, this is good information as well. So the average list price to sale price ratio is at 97%, meaning if we say we listed a home for $1 million, on average, you'd be getting $970,000 for that home. And year to date so far, we're at 62 days to sell. So if you are a seller, again, it's taken about 2 months to sell your home, and that includes that 29% sale ratio. So your home's sitting on the market for 2 months or longer, and it's still not selling if it's not priced competitively. And last but not least, we have, so this is for the end of April. So the end of April, we had a 7.28 months of inventory, where it was last month in in March, it was 9. And this means that May 1st comes, we don't list any homes. It would take about 7 months to sell out all the inventory that's on the market right now. And being at 7 months of inventory, we're just sneaking into a buyer's market. And that pretty much does it for this month's market update for single family homes. I will be doing a condo update as well, because I think condos in the Kelowna area, especially because we have so many new buildings going up, I think it deserves its own video. So if you are interested in the condo category, I did one last month. If you haven't checked it out, I'll link it up here. But if you are interested, we'll be posting that by the end of the month, by the end of May here. So if you want to watch out for that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and YouTube will tell you it's there. Thanks so much. Have a good day.